We are live for UFC at 309. John Jones versus Stipe Miocic at Madison Square Garden in New York. I mean, this thing is going to be ridiculous. You got guys like Bo Nickal coming up next. Charles Oliveira, a.k.a. Du Bronx, taking on Michael Chandler in the rematch. And, of course, the heavyweight title we just said, John Jones versus Stipe Miocic. So stay tuned. All three fights, the big three, coming up next.
Broadcasting live from an undisclosed location. This is the TCMMA Podcast with your host, Chris Cross.
Whoa!
Dana White privilege.
Let's go, baby! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go, baby!
Dana White privilege. Privilege. Privilege.
Welcome to the TCMMA Podcast. I'm your host, Chris Cross. And a wild evening already at UFC 309. We've seen a lot of finishes. We've seen a few decisions. We've seen fighters that are supposed to win lose. But more importantly, we are witnessing the first unofficial cabinet meeting as Trump has arrived here in glorious fashion. And he's got the whole cabinet with him, or at least it seems like. I mean, you got Elon, Vivek, Tulsi Gabbard, RFK Jr. I mean, seems like they're all there. So it's going to be an interesting night. It's in New York. You already know this card is, well, the fans, I mean, are live. You got two Americans fighting for the title. The crowd's chanting USA, even though there's no USA fighter fighting in some of these earlier fights. So it's just getting louder and louder. So stay tuned. It's about to get even more ridiculous throughout the night. So right now, Bo Nickal has just entered the octagon. There's Trump and Elon. And I'm sure we're going to see them throughout the night. Don Jr. to Trump's right. I mean, it's crazy. They're all there. The Republicans are popular again. Never thought I would have seen that. So, you didn't get to see the prediction here as you will in the next two fights, but Bo Nickal 28, Paul Craig 36. Bo Nickal heavy favorite. Of course, we picked him to win. So, we'll see what happens. Bruce Buffer now introducing both fighters and moments away from this fight kicking off. And I expect a somewhat of a quick night tonight. I expect there to be a finish in this fight. I expect there to be a finish in the Oliveira-Chandler fight. And I certainly expect John Jones to finish Stipe inside the second round. So, we'll see. If we get three decisions tonight, I won't be able to believe it. So here, Bo Nickal, USA versus Paul Craig and Scotland. So the New York crowd is going to be heavily behind Bo Nickal. I mean, because just America is in the air right now. So even if they're not a fan of Bo Nickal, which they, he hasn't really won the UFC fans yet. They know that there's a lot of hype around him, but because he's American and things are flowing right now, they're going to be behind him and be loud about it for sure. And Bo Nickal can feed off of that. All right, so Paul Craig is introduced. Bo Nickal is introduced. We're moments away from kicking this thing off, so let's tune it up for the full fight reaction. So here at UFC 309, Bo Nickal, the Phenom, just 6-0, takes on the longtime veteran Paul Craig. He's 17-8, and we're with you until this fight is over. Bo Nickal certainly jumping up levels here in this fight. Gotta say that first and foremost. He's jumping up levels here because Paul Craig is no slouch. I mean, he's not great, but I mean, listen, he's 17-8. He's got great submission ability. This fight is underway. And we'll see if Bo wants to go to the ground, stand and strike. And we'll see how good Bo Nickal really is. As he goes up the ladder, it's going to be harder to finish guys in a minute or two, as we've seen him do several times already. Bo Nickal standing left-handed, Paul Craig standing right-handed, and Paul Craig looking a little jittery, like he's waiting for Bo Nickal to come in, but Bo Nickal's being very patient right now. in this first 45 seconds. Nice leg kick by Bo. And he's known for his wrestling, right? But the guy can strike too. And Paul Craig just towers over him. Paul Craig just taking leg kick after leg kick. That's going to get frustrating after a while. But good strategy here by Bo. Bo leaning forward, lands a jab to the body. Paul Craig lands a left. Nice. Now a leg kick. Bo Nickal almost falls. And this is, fighting Bo Nickal is tough for anybody because you got all that hype around him, right? So he's supposed to be really good, and you're kind of just waiting. Is what's going to happen? Something going to happen. And if you can get yourself in there and get any type of confidence and realize, well, hey, I can fight with this guy, that could change everything. But right now, Bo Nickal is landing leg kick after leg kick. So he's certainly got a strategy here to try to slow down Paul Craig. Maybe Bo just fights low, but Paul Craig looks like he's 3 inches taller than Bo. Crowd chanting Bo. They want to see something. But is there a little bit of worry for Bo Nickal to go in for the takedown against a guy like Paul Craig? What's he thinking? Because this is definitely a step up. Paul Craig's starting to get some confidence. Looks to me like the jitters are gone and he's starting to move well. And those numbers coming way down already for Bo Nickal, who is, 10, 15 to 1 favorite at some point? And it's amazing, no takedown attempt yet for Bo Nickal. If Bo Nickal did keep winning, it would be interesting when he fights Hamza, how Hamza plays that. Because Bo Nickal's known for having a ground game, but it just doesn't seem to me like right now he's on Hamza's level at all. But there's probably a little bit of nerves here. I mean, this is a big stage for anybody, but especially when you're only 6 fights in to your career. Oh, big right by Bo. Now he switches back to lefty. And the crowd ready to go crazy, right? Because there was finish after finish in the early prelims and prelims. Then all of a sudden you get to the main card and you got two decisions now. So the crowd's ready to see some big left by Bo. Paul Craig smiles. Bo takes an elbow. I still say this is good for Paul Craig, regardless of how this round turns out. It's pretty close right now, though. But Bo's not going for takedowns. You're now both in the stand-up game. And, no worry for Paul Craig right now in a close fight. And round 2 will be highly interesting. Bo doesn't look like the Bo you'd expect, but it's because he's moving up a level. And the difference here, Hamza fights Paul Craig. He's going right in for the takedown, and Paul Craig's getting submitted inside of 2 minutes. So, Paul Craig has a ways to go. Yeah, definitely some worry in Bo Nickal's corner. I mean, they're almost whispering to him to where you can't hear what they're saying. He does not look like he's got that bounce in his step tonight. 16-15 Paul Craig in significant strikes, 7-4 in head strikes. Going to be if this goes to a decision and we get 2 lopsided rounds between each guy, it's going to come down to an awkward round 1. Who you might as well flip a coin. Jelly roll in the house, okay. Everybody's there. Here we go, round 2, underway. So after this, we got Charles Oliveira versus Michael Chandler to rematch. Highly interested in that one. It's not as big as when they fought for the title, but big nevertheless. And then, of course, everybody just wants to see what John Jones is going to do. 19-fight unbeaten streak. But before we get there, we're locked in a close fight. Paul Craig now talking to Bo Nickal. Man. That tells me that Paul Craig's confidence is picking up. Bo's not invincible like you thought he might be. Bo lands a left. But nothing flashy for Bo yet, right? I mean, I'm waiting to see the takedown. Where's this elite wrestling ability? Ooh, here we go. Both guys are swinging now. Bo takes a knee to the body as he comes in with a left. Now Bo picking it up a little bit. Both guys in close quarters. I like it. Come on, Bo. What you got? Big right by Bo. Tell you what, Bo's starting to look more like a welterweight to me. I think middleweight might be too high for him. He just looks way smaller than Paul Craig. And Paul Craig's not, you know, a huge middleweight either. And this division is deep right now. Deep. Tell you what, we're more than halfway through this fight, and Bo has not looked impressive at all. And Paul Craig's talking more and more trash, which is very smart when you're facing a guy with just 6 fights. Ooh, big left by Bo. Ooh. Dang, Paul Craig. And this fight is very close. Just not very active by either guy. Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I thought this would be a quick night. It's not going to be. Thought Bo would finish him in 2 minutes. And it's anyone's guess who won the first round or really this round. Still a minute and 10, minute 15 to prove something. Big left by Bo. There is no way Bo's getting in the octagon right now with Hamza. It's just 2 different levels. Bo might be leading in this round. He's up 33-30 in significant strikes. He was down coming into the round. But again, very close. Head strikes 13-10. for Paul Craig, 11-11 to the body. And Bo leads 12-6 on leg strikes. It's like neither guy wants to be aggressive. I'm surprised that Paul Craig, getting deeper into this fight, hasn't gotten more aggressive as well. Bo finishes with a left at the bell, so it might be 1-1. And I think, both corners got to tell their fighter it's a must-win round. So I think Bo probably won round, a close round too, especially with the left at the bell. Paul Craig can't guarantee that he won round one because who knows, so he's down basically 0-1 right now is what we know. Round one is up in the air, so if you're Paul Craig, even though you're not fighting bad, you got to win this round. And I'll be interested to see if something is wrong with Bo Nickal. Like, he just doesn't, we haven't seen him enough to know what he's supposed to look like, but he doesn't look like his normal self right now. He looks sluggish from the very beginning. And that's a terrible feeling for an athlete. You're in the heat of competition and you don't feel 100%. I'm not saying he doesn't, but it doesn't look that way. Round three starts with a left jab. Now Bo Nickal picks it up with a big right. Everybody's saying 2018 Bo. I'm not so sure. And there must be a lot of respect there by Bo Nickal. He must have saw something. The same footage we saw with all the finishes by Paul Craig, because he has not gone in for takedowns in this fight. Fans didn't like that. Bo Nickal stood in one spot as Paul Craig walked around him and then smiled at Paul Craig, and the fans kind of booed that. They expected to see more. Like Bo Nickal's acting like he won the fight. We just saw Karine Silva lose a fight in very similar fashion. And that's why you get the end of the fight like Karine Silva did, and you're thinking, oh, I won the first 2 rounds. Well, you can't guarantee that, because when you're dealing with human beings, if they give one guy 1 round, the first round, you got to do something to also get the second round, right? Because if it's close, you're going to be like, I don't think this fight is 2-0, so I'm going to go 1-1, right? You got to prove something. Big left there by Bo now. And he's got to finish strong to really guarantee a victory. Only 4 head strikes, 2 for Bo in the first round. So I think it's 19-19. And no clear winner in this round. Oh, Paul Craig grabbing his head now. Okay, we got some life from Bo Nickal. Paul Craig a little jittery now. And could this turn into Bo Nickal being super patient in this fight that leads to a TKO or KO? We'll see. But the fans want Bo Nickal to go. You can tell. And another left by Bo. And another. Nice leg kick for Bo Nickal. And I think now Bo Nickal's leading this round. But right now, not the big finish people expected. Even when Bo Nickal landed a nice one against Paul Craig, he didn't go in for the finish. Just being real patient now. 1 minute on the clock. Fans getting jittery. Right? We're approaching a third straight decision. So in a fight that people expected a big finish. So round one, Craig led 16-15 in strikes. Bo Nickal 21-16 and then second. And Bo Nickal's pulling away a little bit here in the third. So that means it'll be 29-28, maybe a 30-27 for Bo Nickal. So at the end of the day, it'll look like, you know, he won big potentially, but the fact is he didn't, but he is fighting smart. And Bo Nickal's smiling. Crowd chanting overrated. It goes from America real quick to overrated going against the American fighter because they wanted to see a finish. And you're not going to get far with the fans like this. And Bo Nickal finishes swinging. He's likely going to get the win. But the fans are, you know, half-heartedly booing him. And Bo Nickal does a golf swing in front of Trump. But not the big win, big finish that we expected. So here we go, man. It's like we got bad luck on these watch parties with decisions, even in fights that are supposed to be a finish. Bo Nickal was 13-1 to start the fight. So it'll still hold true that he wins, but how many people put down Bo Nickal for first round finish that are frustrated right now? Right? Now Bo Nickal talking to Trump and Elon. Just crazy to see. Just crazy. And they're having like a real conversation. I mean, you literally got the president-elect in the first row. You got the cabinet, some of them in the first row. But of all those guys, right? Vivek, Tulsi Gabbard, RFK Jr., who's next to Trump? Elon. And we're getting a look at some of the replay here. And, you know, Bo Nickal did land some big shots. And then there in the third, you see Paul Craig grab his right eye. So, oof. I'm going to say 30-27 or 29-28, but it's definitely a unanimous decision for Bo Nickal after that third round. 50-42 in significant strikes, 21-17 in head strikes. Not great. I mean, not impressive. But it'll be 7-0, right? That's what really matters. Here we go. Boo's still coming out. Bo Nickal can't understand it, but he should. He'll learn. All three, 30-27. See? And this is why the fans are going to kind of be like, what? So Bo Nickal did what he had to do to win the fight. He moves to 7-0. And he lifted his hand early, and the ref looked at him. But recognizing, listen, he's only 7 fights into his career. So 30-27 across the board. Okay. 7-0. It's the way it goes down. Middleweight division. UFC 309. So there you have it. First fight is done. We got 2 left. And we'll see what happens. So Bo Nickal talking to Joe Rogan right now. Still boos echoing through the arena. But it is what it is. Now, next up, we got Charles Oliveira versus Michael Chandler in the rematch. So you're going to want to stay tuned for that. Let's get into the first break of the evening. We'll be right back after this.
2:10 left, round 2. Come on, Olives. Please. And Oliveira so far has answered the bell on the ground. Oh, Makhachev lands a right. Oh, no. Come on, Oliveira. Oh, no. He's getting underneath. Makhachev on top. Oliveira's in trouble. Oh, my goodness. No. He goes to his stomach. Makhachev's got the bag. Oh, he taps. It's over. No. Oh, my God. Islam Makhachev tapped. Charles Oliveira ends the 11-fight win streak. And a lot of you are going to be saying to me, I told you so. I was wrong on this one. Islam Makhachev lands a big left hand on Oliveira. Oliveira squirms around and eventually forced to tap. And Khabib comes in and gives him some love. And the Khabib protege is now the champion. Unbelievable. Second round submission. And this is going to make headlines, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to move to 23-1 and is the new lightweight champion, the best division in the UFC. I cannot believe it, man. Oh, my gosh. Oh, dadgummit. Islam Makhachev wins. UFC 280. Boy, now it's Poirier who's got the back of Chandler. What a fight this is. These guys going back and forth. Michael Chandler dominating round 2, but now in a little bit of trouble here. Both guys really need this round, especially if Poirier sneaks out round 1. And Chandler is tired. Wow. Here goes DP. Oh, and he locks it in. Chandler's in trouble. The crowd's going crazy. Taps. It's over. Dustin the Diamond Poirier. What a comeback, man. Wow. What a comeback after round 2. Just spent the entire round on his back, comes back around 3 and dominates. And gets a submission over Michael Chandler, who fought well. Poirier now 29-7. And this guy might deserve a title shot. Number 2 contender. And he's talking smack. Michael Chandler being tended to. And he just ran out of gas. I mean, he rode Dustin Poirier all around 2. And then ran out of gas. And Chandler went in for the takedown again. Like he did in round 2 to slow it down. Gets the takedown. Initially gets the back. And then Poirier able to roll onto his stomach. And just switches position immediately. And eventually takes the back of Chandler. And gets underneath. Forget about it. And he's got a tap. Whew. Big win by Poirier. In a night full of lightweight fights here at UFC 281.
Come on, Oliveira. Get off your back, man. Dariush in firm control right now on top. And he slams Oliveira. And Oliveira, pulled Dariush down 2 minutes ago and remained on his back ever since. Oh, and a nice up kick. And Oliveira tries to get up. He gets up. Now the crowd's going crazy. A nice knee to the body. Come on, Oliveira. This is your chance. Now Oliveira's got Dariush pinned against the fence. Dariush with the hands wrapped around, but Oliveira gets loose. Here we go, finally. It's been a good 3 minutes since we've been in the stand-up. Boom, big right leg kick. Let's go, Olives. Let's go. Oh, big right. Let's go. Yes. Let's go, Olives. Finish him, baby. Everybody's talking that smack like Oliveira's done. Come on, Olives. Big right. Let's go. Step in there, ref. Couple hammer fists. Step in there, ref. Step in there, ref. Step in there. Let's go. Let's go. Yes. Charles Oliveira, first round finish, baby, over everybody, bro. He's finishing everybody, man. And Islam Makhachev, here we come again. I'll tell you what, he's exciting to watch, man. He is exciting to watch. The former champ is coming. And that, you know, everybody's saying that Dariush is going to dominate Oliveira. I told you Oliveira would dominate him. He's still the best lightweight division fighter outside of Islam Makhachev. But when the crowd is kind of shocked, because everybody expected Dariush to win this, and Charles Oliveira just rocked him. And at one point, Dariush is covering up, and people underestimate the power of Charles Oliveira as he sits atop the octagon, and now the crowd's going crazy. Giving DuBronx his respect. That's what I'm talking about. He's coming. So Charles Oliveira is going to get the win here. He's back. The Brazilian, he's going to move to 34-9 with the first round KO over Beneil Dariush, who falls to 22-5. And his mystique is gone here in the lightweight division at UFC 289.
And I'll tell you now, against Kevin Lee, seen Charles Oliveira here before. And here comes Oliveira coming in. Big left hand. Chandler's in trouble. Oh, he's in big trouble. He takes a left knee. Chandler's in trouble. Chandler's in trouble. Here comes Oliveira. He's pounding away. Oh, Michael Chandler's done. It's over. Charles Oliveira before I can get it out of my mouth. Wow. Charles Oliveira is the new lightweight champion. And I swear I couldn't get it out of my mouth. Just as I was getting out of my mouth against Kevin Lee, it looked like he was going to be done. He was getting destroyed. And then out of nowhere. And this time, same thing. Michael Chandler is dominating. This guy is dangerous. Didn't I tell you? Told you 3 fights ago, this is the only guy that could beat Khabib. Potentially. Could grapple with Khabib. Not necessarily beat him. But man, Charles Oliveira is pumped. He's in the crowd, hugging everybody right now. He just went right to the commentator's booth, talking to Joe Rogan in D.C. Then he goes over and hugs Dana White. And Dana White looks like, damn, like, I'm glad you won, but I wanted to see Chandler win. Oh my God, he just knocked out Michael Chandler, and Michael Chandler looked shocked. You got to feel for him. And new UFC lightweight champion. Charles Oliveira pumped up. The fans are standing, giving him a standing ovation now. Of course, everyone wanted to see Michael Chandler win for the most part in the crowd, but it's unbelievable that he didn't beat Chandler by submission, but he knocked him out, bro. I cannot believe that. If somebody, for entertainment purposes only, if somebody bet on Oliveira to get the knockout, they got paid. Because I don't think anyone expected that. And you got to feel for Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler got all the way to the top and couldn't close the deal. And he was winning the fight. I mean, he was dominating the fight. It's going to be a tough one to swallow for Michael Chandler. And he looks really disappointed. No doubt about it. Look at this. Here you go. And I mean, he was just getting dominated on his feet. And all of a sudden, he lands a left uppercut. Chandler's in trouble. He's rolling out of it. Oliveira lands a left knee, a right elbow, a big right hand shot. Man, we see from the other angle. Boom, the left hand. Chandler never saw it. And he really wasn't done yet. It ended up here, the knee to the chest, and then the right hand, another right, that did it. Third right, oh my God, a left. Chandler goes down, and he's slowly going out, no longer able to defend himself. And the ref is forced to stop the fight, man. That's just crazy. Charles Oliveira, the new lightweight champion. He'll be 31-8. And this is a successor to Khabib, another grappler. Wow. And he just throws all the stats and stuff, and then goes over there and hangs out with Dana White. We'll keep this thing going until we can hear Bruce Buffer say, and new. Boy, and Charles Oliveira's pumped up, man. Michael Chandler looking dejected. Here we go with Bruce Buffer. Make it official. Charles Oliveira crying now. Wow. And new disputed UFC lightweight. Charles Oliveira in tears. He is the champ, baby. Charles Oliveira is the champion of the toughest division in the UFC. And look for him to be in the top 10 pound for pound now. That's how it went down. Lightweight division, UFC 262.
In the lightweight division at UFC 309, co-main event, Charles Oliveira takes on Michael Chandler, the rematch. These are two of the baddest dudes on the planet in one of the best divisions, if not the best, in the UFC. Now, Oliveira's 2 inches taller at 5'10". He's 35. Chandler's 38. Oliveira's got a 2-inch reach advantage. Both guys stand right-handed. Charles Oliveira just 3.4 significant strikes per minute. Chandler's right near 5 per minute. Both guys land exactly, or roughly, I should say, but got the same exact number, right around 2 takedowns every 3 rounds. So you can see why Oliveira wants to get this to the ground if possible. But, you know, he's got to stand up and strike again. He'll do it that way too, seems like. He's got like a 55% takedown defense too, Charles Oliveira. Not great. Lost the last one to Arman Tsarukyan by split decision. Terrible. Beat Beneil Dariush, lost to Islam Makhachev by submission. At that point in time, he had won many fights in a row, like 11 roughly, before losing 2 or 3. So, you know, these two last fought in 2021. It was a KO by Oliveira in the second round, but at different points in the fight, it looked like it could go either way, or the other way for that matter. Chandler 71% takedown defense. He lost to DP Dustin Poirier by submission in the last fight, beat Tony Ferguson before that, lost to Gaethje and Oliveira. So he's struggling a little bit. I feel like maybe the tables have turned a little because he's well rested, but so is Oliveira. And it's hard to, you know, go against Oliveira right now. He's just 35 years old. He's got a good 2 or 3 years left. And I just think, as, you know, last time they fought, it was, 31 and 34, 32 and 35, something like that. Now both of these guys are getting older, but Oliveira is still closer to that peak form than Chandler. And he beat him the last time, so I got no choice but to go with Oliveira to get the W here and win this fight, obviously. Very tough, close call, likely decision this time. I think they're going to go the distance. It's going to be an absolute battle. And again, one of the best divisions in the UFC. Charles Oliveira gets the job done, UFC 309.
You're watching the TCMMA podcast. And now, back to your host, Chris Cross.
Welcome back. It's your boy Chris Cross. Perfect timing too. This Charles Oliveira and Michael Chandler are getting introduced right now. And of course the stream goes down at the very worst time. But we'll get it back up. Don't worry about it. So we talked about it during the prediction, but the big rematch here. Big rematch. Chandler nearly finishing Charles Oliveira in the first fight, but he said he was a little too aggressive. So that tells me we're going to see a more of a pace for Michael Chandler. Oliveira not known for starting fast, right? He's been in trouble against like guys like Michael Chandler, Kevin Lee, and come back. Now he couldn't beat Islam Makhachev, but who can, right? Also lost to Arman Tsarukyan. So Charles Oliveira looking to get back in the winning ways. That's the bottom line. All right, so let's get this pulled up. There we go. Get in the chat room. Let me know who you think is going to win. Looks like someone weighed in and said who you think's going to win. Got Charles Oliveira winning this one. But we will be back to the chat room, so get involved there. Right now we got business to attend to, so let's tune this thing up. Here we go, full fight reaction. Charles Oliveira, Michael Chandler 2 at UFC 309. We're here until this fight is finished. Charles Oliveira getting introduced, Michael Chandler already introduced, so we're 30 seconds away from the fight taking place. New York is going crazy in the stands. Booing Bo Nickal in the last fight because they've seen 3 straight decisions. They want to win. They want a big finish. And this fight, well, actually, I don't know. I know the first fight was 5 rounds. Is this 3 or 5? Should be 3. We'll see once it comes up. Here we go, baby. Here we go. No, it is a 5-round fight. Interesting. So all that means is basically the same situation. And please don't make this 5 rounds. Lightweight division is just too interesting. Crowd chant USA, so they're behind Michael Chandler here. And it's festive in there with Trump, Vivek, Elon, Tulsi Gabbard, RFK Jr. I mean, it's the first unofficial cabinet meeting of the presidency. First 40 seconds gone. Chandler starting off strong again. Oliveira lands a left and a right. Now backs him up with a lead leg kick. And Oliveira looking to get that muster back, right? He's looking to get that, when he was seemingly unstoppable. Now he's lost to Islam. He's lost to Arman. He's seen himself drop all the way down to number 7 in the division because, we all know the division is ridiculous. Excuse me, Oliveira's 2, Chandler's 7. So I saw that wrong. That makes more sense. Because as I'm saying that, I'm like, how in the heck is Oliveira 7? He only lost to the 2 best guys. Oh, and Oliveira's coming in. He's got the single leg. Ooh, and he takes Chandler down. Chandler rolls. Now Oliveira's got the leg. Oh, boy. And this is the problem for guys like Chandler when you're dealing with, like, a grappler like Oliveira. Boy, Michael Chandler's on his back right now with Oliveira in an awkward spot on top. But, Oliveira's already thinking of all types of submission abilities here, or possibilities. Now Oliveira with the left hand free. He's going to try to land some strikes here, probably to hammer. And it looks like Oliveira's hand is tied up, but Michael Chandler's got a triangle locked in with the legs, and Oliveira's trying to pull that arm out, so that arm is stuck. Can't do much with your right arm stuck. And now he's trying to pull it out. Chandler's trying to prevent it. Okay, so Oliveira's got both arms free now. Almost looks like a full mount, but Chandler's got a half guard in. And this is not a good position for Michael Chandler. Oh, boy. Oh, baby. Man. See you in there, Ruben, in the chat room, as we watch Oliveira just maintain top position here. But yeah, I like Oliveira to win this fight again. But Chandler's got the leg locked. He's doing a good job with the triangle, for sure. Let's go, Olives. Oh, he's got his hands in the fence, ref. Come on now. I'm not sure what Oliveira's going for here, but he's got a plan. The only thing holding it together for Chandler right now, because he's been on his back for what, 2 or 3 minutes, is he had the triangle locked in on, had Oliveira's right hand pinned up. Now he's got his right leg pinned up, preventing the full mount. And just not much Oliveira can really do right now from this position. So Chandler doing a good job just trying to run out the clock here in round 1, because it didn't look good when they went to the ground. But Oliveira over 3 minutes of control here in the first. So get in the chat room. Let me know what you think. Does Chandler have a chance to come back here? Because right now, it's not looking good. It's not looking good at all. And the clock's going to run out. And I guess, you know, from that position, Chandler did a good job not to sustain anything. And that's rare, because when Oliveira gets to the ground and he's superior from the ground, you know, he's going to win the fight. So Chandler did a good job to basically survive there. So Chandler's corner telling him to utilize the jab a little better, try to keep Oliveira off of him. And he basically got the single leg, right? He lifted the left leg up. Next thing you know, Chandler's losing his balance, and boom, he kicks that right leg out from underneath of him. They go to the ground, and it looked like immediately you had an ankle lock. But from there, Chandler did a good job to get the triangle in, pin the right arm down. It took a minute for Oliveira to get his arm free. Then he got his arm free, and Chandler went right to the triangle on the right leg to prevent the full mount. And that's kind of the way it went for 2 minutes. So not much happened on the ground, but not in a position for the rep to stop it, because they're both battling for position. So lightweight fights, man, they're crazy. Always. Even earlier with what was the dude's name? Roberto something. Came in and looked good for a round and a half against David Onama. So here we are into round 2. Possible 5. This is where it finished in the last fight. So be ready for fireworks. Ooh, nice left by Chandler. Let's go, Olives. You need to get the juice back, man. Oh, Chandler goes down. He tripped. Ooh, nice flurry there with both guys. Chandler took a right and then stepped into the cage and fell. It wasn't because of the punch. Oh, big right by Oliveira. Chandler sprints out of there like he's doing a wind sprint. That's funny. This time he escaped. Remember last time he took the punch while he was escaping, it ended it. And it's funny, like you're a professional fighter and you're running a 40-yard dash speed-wise away from your opponent, and Chandler couldn't help but to laugh. Ooh. Tell you what, when Oliveira lands, man, Chandler comes in, Oliveira just covers up. Nice leg kick by Olives. Come on, baby. Okay, now an uppercut. And you can see every time they land, it's just, they're landing for Oliveira. That's for sure. Now a left by Chandler. Oh! Nice left by Chandler. And who knows who it favors? I mean, remember, Oliveira KO'd him in the last fight, so who knows who it favors? Now they look to go to the ground again. This time Oliveira is in a full mount. Oh, baby. This time he's in a full mount. There's no triangle this time. Oh, boy. Over a half a round to work with, too. He's looking at his corner like, please help. I mean, this is not where you want to be with Charles Oliveira. And Charles Oliveira's got to get to work. Nice elbow by Oliveira. And this is when you got to win it. You're not going to get in a better position than this. I mean, And you should have saw Chandler's face as soon as the full mount happened. He's like, oh, no safeguards from that position. But Oliveira's not doing much with it. Let's go, Olives. Get it done, baby. Here we go. He's posturing up now. Nice elbow. He's got to go to work here. Another elbow. Another elbow. And I'm impressed with what Chandler's doing on the ground. At least, I mean, he's getting whooped. But he's preventing the big finish, at least for now. Get a look at the stats. 25-11 for Oliveira in significant strikes. Over 5 minutes of control and 2 takedowns. So he's just dominating. Oh, no. Looking for the armbar. Couldn't get it. Man. Let's go, Olive. You got under a minute now. You're in a full mount. Let's do something. And he postures up. He lands a right elbow. And a left elbow. Oh, my goodness. Now the American USA chants have dissipated. You got the chant of Oliveira echoing through Madison Square Garden. And, you know, Oliveira needs a fight like this, right? Because, you know, in certain fights, he gets dominated and then just finds a way to win. So he needs a fight where he just comes in and dominates from beginning to end. And so far, that's what happened in this fight. Another elbow by Oliveira, but he can't really posture up and just start banging. Because Chandler's doing a good job of getting the hook behind the back of his head, and they're going to run out the clock again. So Chandler survives again. But this time you have Chandler, I mean, just on the run. I mean, this guy is on the run. Look at that. He gets up, takes a left like last time, tries to sprint out of there. He can't. Takes the left knee. I missed that. Goodness gracious. Gosh. What's going through your mind when you got Charles Oliveira on top of you in a full mount with nearly 3 minutes left in the fight? Man. And you make it out of there. Oliveira's corner's talking to him about just maintaining position on the ground. So, and that's clearly what happened, right? Like, he didn't even go for the finish. He just, you know, 8 to 10 elbows, maybe 4 of them connected. And then maintain the position. And building up the points, really, round by round. Here we go, round 3. Chandler's got a little bounce in his step. He cannot get taken down. He's got to keep the fight on the feet. Such a tough fight for Mike. Because he's not the better striker, and he's not better on the ground. So how do you win? Let's go, Olives. Let's get aggressive, man. Chandler defends a takedown. That's big. Nice leg kick, Mike. Dang. Oh. God, Oliveira just walks you down, man. Nice uppercut. Mike lands a left, but he's backed up against the fence. And a lead leg kick by Chandler. Or Oliveira, excuse me. And Mike just backed up against the fence like a boxer would be against the ropes. And it's no rope-a-dope, I'll tell you that. Nice right by Mike. He takes an uppercut. Oh, that could be the beginning of the end, I'll tell you right now. Flying knee. Oh boy. Oh. Oliveira's one big punch away. Don't take this to the ground. Keep it right here. Oh. Oh. Let's go, Olives. Let's go, Olives. Oh my goodness. No, don't go for the takedown. Dang. Chandler's literally holding on to the fence and still gets taken down. Oh my goodness. This is really bad for Chandler. He's giving up the back. I mean, if Oliveira gets the finish, fine, but I just don't understand it. Like, you got Mike backed up, and you're just pounding away. And Mike's fighting off the hands. Oliveira's got the back and the triangle locked in. Mm-mm-mm. You're just stuck here. I mean, you're just stuck. Chandler's holding on to the gloves, and Oliveira's complaining about it. Oh. Well, here come the 12-6. Chandler's looking at the ref, but it's no longer... I mean, it's all good now, the 12-6 elbow. So that's one of the few times we've seen it utilized. You got a generation of fighters that, just know not to use it anymore. Oliveira's pounding away at the body, trying to get the finish. Trying to get those hands down. But Mike is surviving. Somehow, some way. Oh, man. Now Oliveira using the left, and Chandler's covering up. Like, it's just getting too much for Chandler. Just slowly just breaking him down. 1 minute left here. Oh my goodness. Tell you what, Mike might get out of this, but Oliveira's got it in there now. Oh no! Oh, he pushes it off. Look at Mike surviving, baby. Now he loses the leg lock. Chandler's trying to get up. He's not going to get up. But, man. I hear you, Mike. Showing some heart. I hear you. Chandler's smiling over at the commentators. And that'll do it for round 3. So right now, Oliveira's just dominating this fight. But Michael Chandler's still got, a fresh start in round 4. We'll see what's going to happen. All right, so Chandler's corner talking to him about combinations. I mean, this guy's under duress. I mean, he's under complete duress. Oh, look at the uppercut. Beam. Yeah, I don't know how you throw combinations when you got a guy all over you. I mean, I think that's the main concern for Mike right now is that every time he throws anything, he's susceptible to the takedown. Charles Oliveira looking like it's the beginning of the fight. Like not even breathing hard. It's crazy. And this crowd at Madison Square Garden is hungry for a finish. There were all types of finishes in the prelims, but half these people weren't there at that point in the night. All they've seen is 3 decisions. And there's Jelly Roll in the crowd. I see you. And it used to be Dustin Poirier and Gaethje at the top of the division, beating everybody, showing that the top two outside the champion are the best in the world. And it's looking that way now with Arman Tsarukyan and Oliveira 1 and 2. Everybody's saying 3-0 Oliveira. So basically Chandler's going to need a finish, more or less. I don't see him getting a 10-8. Like, Mike just got to try to keep this fight standing and land some. Nice left there. Ooh. Nice right by Oliveira, flying knee. Ooh, Mike lands a big right. Oh, big left. Oh, my God. Mike's talking smack. It's crazy, man. Got to keep your feet, Mike. Oliveira's going for the takedown again. He's got the left leg. He's looking to pick him up. Mike's leaning into the fence now. He gives up his back. Oh, my gosh. And the fans aren't going to like this. Oliveira brings it back to the ground. And I hate to say it, but poor Mike, man. He just cannot get Oliveira off of him. And it's amazing. Like, Oliveira can do this to everybody in the world except Arman and Islam. Let's go, Olive. What are you going to do? Got the back again. What are you going to do? Michael Chandler's just too good at keeping the arms high and the chin down. Just a battle on the ground. Oliveira takes the back again, and he's got the triangle locked in. So this is a position we've seen over the last 2 rounds, but every round's been played out on the ground at some point. Back and forth on the feet. Oliveira dominates for over 3 minutes on the ground, every round. So it's just... And that's why I said from the beginning, it's just a very tough fight for Mike to win. Oh, Mike rolls out of it almost. Oliveira stays on the back. Lost a leg lock. Chandler nearly got out of that. That would have been, the crowd would have erupted if he did. Because the crowd just wants to see some action. Right now you got Colby Covington style playing out. He's just going to control you and run this clock. Why wouldn't you? 6 minutes away from a win. In this position, Mike can't do anything. On the feet, it's 50-50. So, what do you think's going to happen? Yeah, it's a good point. Like, he's trying to get the legs off, but if he does, he's going to get stuck in a rear. And it's getting close here. Oh, boy. Oh, he's under. Oh, boy. Chandler's in trouble. Now he's going to try to push the hands off. Oh, no. Oh. Oliveira's going to lose it? Oh, my gosh. How did Mike survive that? Unbelievable. This has got to be extremely frustrating for Chandler. Oliveira landed heels to the body. Under 15 seconds. And what do you do if you're Mike? I mean, do you just come out swinging? Maybe you get taken down and it's over in round 5, but, you know, at some point, you got to go for it. Because once Oliveira gets you to the ground, it's a wrap. That's the bottom line. Round 5 coming up. Chandler right now has had one good round against Oliveira. Oliveira's won the other 5 since that first round of the first fight. Just complete domination. And Oliveira's hard to prepare for him. How do you prepare? Because you're Mike, you're a striker, right? You want to land that big punch and then go to the ground and just be banging. You know, and then you get in there with a guy like Oliveira. How do you practice for that? Because once he gets you to the ground, you don't even have to finish you, but you're not getting out of it. At least not so far. Couldn't really hear what the corner was saying, but it's pretty obvious at this point. If you're Chandler, you need to finish, and if you're Oliveira, got to get through 5 minutes. Here we go. Chandler comes right to the center. They started the round by touching gloves, and then Oliveira like stepped back and giving him major respect. But like the commentator said, you don't have Michael Chandler don't have 5 seconds. Oh, straight left, right into Chandler's left knee, and that Chandler's having problems with it right now. Chandler stuck on the fence again. Chandler just bouncing around, make sure his legs are good. They are. So it's probably not much of a worry at this point. Oliveira just continues to keep him back and continues to just walk him down, keep his back against the fence. Ooh. Oh, big right by Mike. Oliveira's grabbing his eye. Just going for the takedown, and Mike messed up. Mike had him, but Mike's still on top. Oh. Oh, Oliveira's in trouble here. As Mike is pounding away, the ref's looking at it. Don't stop it. Do not stop this. Do not stop this. Oliveira's fine. Oliveira's fine. He's just trying to get position. Boy, and Oliveira's holding on for dear life right now. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. If Mike pulls this off, this will be crazy. USA is back. USA chants are back. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Don't tell me Mike's going to do this now. These are some tense moments right here. Because Oliveira just has to run out the clock, and he's in a bad situation right now. Mike's on top. And Oliveira taking some deep breaths. Oliveira's been in some extremely rough situations, and if you're the ref was looking close to stopping it. It's like, dude, if he would have stopped it, it would have been terrible. Because Oliveira's just he's taking some punches to get position. Oh, potential triangle here. Now you got Chandler sitting straight up, butt on his heels. Oliveira with the triangle wrapped around the body on his back. So awkward position here. 2:10 left. Got to be careful here with Oliveira. And Mike works inside, and Mike's going to let him up. Smart. Under 2 minutes here. And if you're Oliveira, you need to go in for the takedown right now. Don't get caught. See, Oliveira's trying to back off, and this is not good because Oliveira's been walking him down the whole fight. But Mike is desperate right now. Nice left by Mike. Mike is not far off. This looks like a lot like the Nate Diaz, Leon Edwards fight, where Leon Edwards dominated the whole fight, but then all of a sudden Nate Diaz had a chance at the end. Oh, and just like that, Oliveira gets him to the ground, and I tell you what, he's going to run out the clock now. And this thing is going to be a wrap. Crowd can't believe it. What a way for Mike to go down because he was looking great here in this round. And somehow, ladies and gentlemen, I promised you finishes tonight in this main card, right? In the big three. I thought both of these fights would be over in the first round. And here we are 8 rounds later. We got the worst luck, man. Every watch party is like decision after decision. I got church in the morning. We got to wrap this thing up, boys. Look at Mike laughing. He's got Oliveira on his back. Boo! That was awesome. Michael Chandler's getting to his feet, almost like Hulk Hogan, shaking his hands, and then he just jumps. He's going to do it again. Oliveira's on his back. Boom! And Oliveira's laughing too. That's funny. That's funny. And that'll do it. And Oliveira was in a lot of trouble in round 5, but he managed to get through it, which he's done many times in his career. And he grinded out a victory in this round. And look, we don't need to even stick around for the decision here because this is going to be a dominant performance for Charles Oliveira. And Michael Chandler's got no reason to hang his head because he did not give up a finish. And he held out for the entire fight. Unbelievable performance for him. But that's a wrap here. Oliveira versus Chandler 2 goes to Charles Oliveira in dominant fashion, lightweight division, UFC 309. So Oliveira walking around now, looking at Bruce Buffer. For a second, Michael Chandler sitting on the ground. He's a little dejected. You know, obviously upset, wanted to win this fight. Did a tremendous job of just surviving. I mean, just surviving. But at the end of the day, you're going to get the loss. And we'll see how bad it is. It should be 49 to 46. Be a simple decision. Could be 50 to 45 too. I wouldn't be surprised. God, I cannot believe Mike almost had it, man. I mean, the ref was in there looking. That's crazy. Like Michael Chandler stands up with Oliveira on his back, is like smiling. He says, what the hell? And he jumps and goes boom and slams Oliveira's back into the ground. Then gets back up and does it again. Donald Trump and Elon loving it. Kid Rock right there. Wouldn't you like to be Kid Rock right now? It's crazy. All right, here we go with the decision, but it should be pretty easy. Don't mess this up, fellas. Gosh, 5 rounds. I can't believe it. 49-46, 49-46, and 49-45. Okay. Charles Oliveira, baby. You better give it to him. I mean, you better give it to him. Can't screw that up. So Charles Oliveira is back in the win column. Needed that one. And he got it. That's the bottom line. So listen, so we're going to take a quick break and dive deep into this Jon Jones fight. Does Stipe have a chance to win? Does Stipe have a chance to win this fight? Get in the chat room right now. Let me know what you think. We're reading those comments when we get back. Stay tuned. All right, so both fighters meet in the center of the octagon. Jon Jones versus Ciryl Gane for the heavyweight title. The vacant heavyweight title, vacated by Francis Ngannou. These two guys will fight for it. Remember, Ciryl Gane lost to Francis Ngannou in a long 5-round decision, and he gets a second opportunity. Jon Jones, we haven't seen this guy in 3 years. And he looks like he spent all 3 of those years just putting on some size and strength. I mean, he looks like a heavyweight. Much heavier than we've ever seen him, obviously. And here we go. Both fighters touch gloves, and Jon Jones goes right to the leg kick. And he takes a low kick already. Man, 9 seconds in, Jon Jones takes a low kick. Let's see the replay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely was low. All right, let's go. Let's go. USA. Come on, Jon. It's been too good of a night for you to lose. Come on. Yeah, if I'm Cyril Gane, I'm trying to just get through the first round. I'm trying to... Let's see if Jon Jones can keep this weight over the course of 2, 3, 4 rounds. Oh, and Jon Jones goes right in. Oh, and he takes Cyril Gane down. Look at this. Oh, and he's pounding away with the right. Jon Jones got his head on the hip, looking to take Gane down even further now, and he gets the back. And he's going up the back quick. I mean, this is crazy. He's moving like a light heavyweight in terms of the position. Ooh. Jon Jones with the guillotine. But I don't think it's underneath. Let's go, Jon. Trying to get underneath once again. He tapped. It's over. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yes. Dude, this guy's the best in the world, man. Wow. Woo. Let's go. Francis Ngannou is going to have to come back now. That didn't take any time. Wow. Straight to the takedown, the back. And Cyril can't believe it. You don't want to talk to anybody right now. Wow. The fans are like stunned. That was fast. Light heavyweight champ. Now the heavyweight champ. 3 years of time. Paid off. All the questions are answered. Fans are chanting USA. He is happy. He's dancing. Wow. And we got the title back, man. USA got the heavyweight title back. Man. All right, here comes a replay. Wow, Cyril Gane misses over the top with a left, so he's out of position. Jones gets the back immediately. Man. And you don't want a heavyweight Jon Jones on your back. And look how big Jon Jones is. Goodness. Boy, and he's under the chin right there. And he taps. Yeah, man, that was quick. That was quick. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wow. And Jon Jones made quick work of Cyril Gane. Unbelievable. Champ. Wow. What a night. All right, so we're back in the win column with the main event. Thank goodness. And 11-3 on the night. Big night tonight. Big night. Cyril Gane congratulating John Jones. Very professional. Everybody's talking. Bruce Buffer's trying to get him into their right positions.
Well, if you wanted to see John Jones during International Flight Week in July, didn't absorb anything. Resembling appreciable damage here tonight. A nice moment with his fiancee, Jesse. John Bones Jones back on top of the MMA world to make it official one final time tonight.
He might be the best fighter ever. I mean, really. The winner. And no, let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Joe Rogan's going to talk to him. They said earlier that Rogan's been at every single John Jones fight, has called every single one. That's crazy. But John Jones is the new heavyweight champion, champ of the UFC here at UFC 285.
Stipe comes in and takes a left. Man, that hurt. Boy, Ngannou looking strong here in terms of striking. And really focused and confident here in the second round. Oh, when he blasts Stipe with a left and a right. Here we go. Stipe's in trouble. Left, another left, the right uppercut. Stipe's in trouble. And now Stipe takes a left. Oh, and it's over. That's it. And new heavyweight champion, baby. And Stipe is rocked. Oh, my gosh, I feel for him. Wow, he went down and I don't want to say broke his leg, but his leg got caught underneath of him, and then Ngannou came in with another big blow. Oh, man, and the longtime heavyweight champion is no more. And we have a new heavyweight champion, baby, just as predicted. You can get on me about the predictions if you want to, but when it comes to the main event, our record is impeccable. Francis Ngannou coming in here, boom, with a right hand, boom, lands that left, and that's what took Stipe down, and he's in trouble from this point on. Now you see the right uppercut, Stipe gets up there for the moment, and Ngannou continues to blitz, and here it comes. Now Stipe gets back. Oh, he takes a big left and goes down. That's when his ankle buckled. Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh. And the hammer fist by Ngannou, almost like against Overeem. Luckily for Stipe, he didn't really land it as hard. But, man, that hammer fist coming down after he finishes you is ridiculous. Oh, look at that ankle buckle. And hopefully for Stipe, his ankle's okay, because he was flat out of it after he went down. Boom. The ankle buckles, and here comes the hammer fist. God. And Herb Dean gets in there, and we're seeing this from multiple angles, but that ankle, just gives out. He's literally going down from the knockout. His ankle is stuck under his leg, and it buckles. But listen, Francis Ngannou, as you see his corner going crazy, and in moments we'll get to hear it, and new heavyweight champion. And this guy is now a superstar, if he wasn't already. Holy cow. He is huge. This is like, I don't know how long he'll be the champion, but this is like the Mike Tyson of the UFC. I mean, this guy is ripped up, and when he finishes you, it's devastating, bro. And to come back and get the win against Stipe, who beat him before, and now he's the heavyweight champ. If I'm John Jones, I'm going back to the light heavyweight division. I don't give a dang. Because I don't know if you want to get in there with Francis Ngannou right now. Here we go, baby. I'm waiting all month, 2 months to hear this. And new. Here we go, baby. Give it to him. Give it to him. 52 seconds into round number 2. By knockout. And new. Yeah. Oh man, 16-3. Miocic falls to 20-4. We have a new heavyweight champion. Francis Ngannou here at UFC 260. Unbelievable.
In the heavyweight division at UFC 309, this is for the heavyweight division title. Let's go. Current champion, Jon Jones, takes on old school champion, and I mean old school, Stipe Miocic. We'll explain as we go, as if you don't already know. But Jon Jones is 27-1. It's ridiculous. Miocic, 20-4. But listen, he's been out of the game for a little bit. Both guys 6'4". Miocic, 42 years old. You heard that right. 42. Jon Jones, 37. Jon Jones, 5-inch reach advantage, 85-80. Both guys stand right-handed. Jon Jones, 4.3 significant strikes per minute. Stipe, 4.8. Both guys land like 2 takedowns over the course of 3 rounds. So you might get 3 or 4 takedowns in this fight. And, you know, it's a big fight in an old school way because Jon Jones is still right there. I mean, he's still legit. He's still one of the best in the game. That's why I got him number 2 on the do list, if not the best in the game. I mean, he's 27-1, and the one loss wasn't really a loss, right? I mean, it is officially, but it shouldn't have been. And Stipe hasn't had a win in 4 years. So that's the situation at hand. Many people want to see Tom Aspinall in this fight. We didn't get it. But Jon Jones, when you look at his numbers, 95% takedown defense. So it's going to be hard for Stipe to land a takedown. He won the belt against Cyril Gane by submission. That's his only heavyweight fight. So all the other fights are meaningless, right? But you beat Cyril Gane in the first round and hold Cyril Gane to like 6 significant strikes, land 2 takedowns and just dominate him, forget about it. Now here's the interesting thing that people are scratching their head. Well, first of all, Stipe 68% takedown defense. All right. But he lost to Francis Ngannou by KO. Now, I didn't realize he beat Ngannou back in the day. I forgot about that. But Ngannou KO'd him in the second round to get the belt. Or that, I mean, you got to go back to Daniel Cormier, his last win. Daniel Cormier has been in the broadcast booth for what seems like forever. His last win was against Daniel Cormier, August 15, 2020. You're talking over 4 years since his last win. And he beat Daniel Cormier back-to-back before sustaining the loss in the first fight. Before that, he beat Francis Ngannou. But all those are from 2018 to 2020. So how's he getting this fight with Jon Jones? Because Jon Jones wants to fight. Why? Because it's the easiest fight to take. Yeah, it's a legends fight, but this fight shouldn't last more than 2 minutes. Jon Jones should just dominate him. Okay. Now, how will this fight play out? Maybe, you know, I hate to say it, but maybe Jon Jones lets him stick around for a while to make it look like a good fight. But in reality, Jon Jones should dominate this fight and finish this thing in 2 minutes. It's plain and simple. He should win, move to 28-1, and then either you retire or you take on Tom Aspinall. We aren't having anything else, and I feel bad for Tom Aspinall because he might have to wait for a long time. That's just the MO of Jon Jones, as we've seen. But listen, I love the guy. He's number 2 on the do list. He's going to dominate this fight. He should. It's just not the fight that he should be involved in. But Jon Jones moves to 28-1, gets the win here. Heavyweight division for the title, main event, UFC 309.
You're watching the TCMMA podcast. And now, back to your host, Chris Cross.
Welcome back. This your boy Chris Cross. Checking back in. And a little bit of a delay here. Daniel Cormier came out and gave some type of speech. And Stipe Miocic is getting checked in right now. So we're still waiting for the walk by Jon Jones to wrap up UFC 309. Get this fight underway. Let me dive into the live stream and see what's going on in the chat room. Not a darn thing. Y'all are quiet tonight. So listen, does anybody out there, let it be known right now, does anybody out there believe Stipe Miocic is winning this fight? They turned the camera to Tom Aspinall during the break. The crowd went crazy because everybody knows that that's a guy that should be fighting for the belt. So what's John Jones coming out to? A little 50 Cent. Let me just go back to the Oliveira fight real quick. While John Jones is making the walk for nearly 15 minutes of control on 5 takedowns. Gosh. But still, the strike game was close. 88 to 84 for Oliveira. Head strikes. Michael Chandler won in head strikes, 59 to 56. And a lot of that, not a lot of it, but probably half of that came in round 5. There's John Bones Jones, baby. Let's go. And you know I like, let's just pull it up real quick. Actually, let me get the, make sure I got this fight pulled up when we get over there. But let's pull up the dude list right now so you guys can see. There's the picks. Never updated them, huh? I know we were 2-4 after the first 6. Lost Jonathan Martinez, right? 2-7. Mauricio Rua should be roughy. We got that one 2-5, 3-5, 3-6. Bo Nickal 4-6, Oliveira 5-6. So I have to go back and do this, but it looks like we're 5-6 going into this one, trying to salvage a night. But the big thing is the main event record, 21-17. You see right there, John Jones number 2 on the do list. If you're not familiar with the do list, that's just basically our favorite fighters. If, the higher your ranking, I'll put you against anyone, and I believe you're going to win. I believe Islam Makhachev beats everybody in the world, but Pereira, Jones, and Chimaev, of course, they're all bigger than he is. Hamza, I think he beats anyone in the world. I think if he went up to heavyweight right now, and you give him 6 months to a year, he beats John Jones. I think he beats Alex Pereira in the light heavyweight division. So I'm just trying to give you a breakdown of how this is done. So I think John Jones beats pretty much anybody. But you can see Tom Aspinall down there at number 9 creeping up. He's creeping up. And that's going to be a big showdown if, John Jones saying he wants to super fight with Alex Pereira. So that lets me know that he's not going to retire, right? That lets me know that he doesn't have retirement on his mind. So we'll have to wait and see. But I firmly believe he's going to fight again after this fight, but I don't think he wants Tom Aspinall. That's why he called out Stipe right away. But nonetheless, we're here. So let's have some fun. And what I want to see from John Jones is not getting in there and playing any games, saying he was disappointed against Cyril Gane that, that the fight ended so early. Like he had looked forward to the moment for so long. And it ended so quickly, but who cares? 19 fight, unbeaten streak. Don't get in there playing games with this man. You understand? Don't get in there playing games with this man. That's the bottom line. Get in there and get the first round finish. I don't know why I'm nervous. I think I just get nervous when he fights. I get nervous when Israel Adesanya used to fight. I definitely get nervous when Hamza fights. But it's because these guys are ranked so high. Now, John Jones should be undefeated. Should be 28-0. I mean, the one loss is 27-1. The one loss came to a disqualification on a 12-6 elbow, which is now legal, right? So this is like Khabib, right? Khabib was 29-0 when he finished. John Jones has spent most of his career in the UFC. And you can argue that if he never loses, or at least right now, that he's the best fighter of all time. I mean, who goes on a 19-fight unbeaten streak? John Jones getting to the arena. Jeez, I need some more drink. But John Jones getting to the arena or Madison Square Garden first thing this morning and was warming up in there. I mean, putting up a sweat, which is not tradition. Not many guys are even allowed to do that. But Jon Jones is. So he's working out on fight day. Which is what, just goes to show you how good a shape he's in. Bruce Buffer doing his thing right now, baby. Let's go. Everyone's waiting to see this. You got American versus American for the heavyweight title. Crowd's going to probably be chanting USA, but both guys are USA. You got Trump in the house. You got Vivek. You got Tulsi Gabbard. You got RFK Jr. You got Elon Musk. You got Trump Jr. I mean, everybody's there. Kid Rock is in the front row with those guys. How would you like to be him right now? Yeah, Bruce. Yeah, Bruce. Let's go, John. It's been a long day, all right? If this fight finishes by decision, by some miracle, what a weekend. All these fights and not one finish. I mean, Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano, decision. Jake Paul, Mike Tyson, decision. 4 fights in this main card after a thunderous prelims. All decisions. I mean, it's just crazy. This is what it's set up for, right? Yesterday was like the fun thing with Mike Tyson. Today's the real fight, right? Everybody's talking about Mike Tyson, Jake Paul. This is the real fight. And hopefully for the UFC, somebody can get a finish here and just take over all the attention, because Dana White would love to go into the press conference with a huge finish here to cap the night off. Or maybe just a great fight that goes to a decision. I just can't see that happening, though. Boy, it's dark in there. I can't hardly even see Jon Jones or Stipe. It's crazy. All right, so here we go. Let's tune this thing up. Jon Jones, Stipe Miocic, full fight reaction, UFC 309, heavyweight title. The prize possession is on the line. Stipe, already introduced. Jon Jones getting introduced right now, and we're about 45 seconds away from this fight being official. Doesn't get better than Jon Jones. I mean, it really doesn't. In terms of a full career. And how long do you go before you put yourself in a position where, you're 36 now, guys are coming up. The Tom Aspinalls of the world, all that. Oh, baby, here we go. Here we go. If anything, Stipe's fresh, but is there going to be any octagon rust there? Is there going to be any octagon rust? We're about to find out. Here we go. Fight's on. They touch gloves, and here we go. Let's go, John. Don't play around with this dude tonight. Ooh. Big left by John already, followed by a counter left by Stipe. And just a big opportunity for Stipe too, right? I mean, yeah, I don't think he's going to win. But just a big opportunity if he can get the win without having to climb the ladder, just go right back into the final championship fight and taking the belt back. What's Tom Aspinall thinking? Who does he want to fight, right? Nice inside leg kick by John. Ooh. Nice body kick by John. Stipe's coming forward, trying to apply the pressure, which tells me that body kick did something. John getting out of there. And had a feeling, especially this week when I saw the Jon Jones. Oh, Jon Jones with an easy takedown. He should get the finish here in the first round. Just don't play with this, man. I know you don't want to, but You want to get some work in, but get working in the gym. Nice elbow by John. John's got top position now. Stipe on his back. And we'll see if John can get to the full mount. He's on inside now. Full guard by Stipe, who's landing some elbows. John gets back on top. Boom, he lands an elbow. Stipe's in a little trouble now. Better not give up that full mount, Stipe. Another elbow. Stipe trying to grab the back of the head, but John Jones is getting separation. And this isn't a guy that's looking for positions. This is a guy that's looking to get a finish. Unlike the last fight. You know Dana White's watching this fight like he wants to get to the podium and say John Jones is the best in the world. The best fighter we've ever seen, all that. But prepare for anything as well, because you never know. But right now it's looking good for John Jones as he lands about 4 elbows in a row. Now he's pounding away really hard with the elbow. Oh boy, the ref is looking at this. Stipe's under duress for sure. Is that a full mount? No. John's not even trying to get the right leg through. He's just worried about elbows. Stipe doing everything he can to get out of this round. John Jones up 24-1 in significant strikes. Ooh, nice left. Man, John just dominating here. Now he pins the right hand down. Stipe's going to roll to his stomach. That's not a good idea. And he decides to stay on his back. Smart. Under a minute here, round 1. John Jones has so many things he's capable of doing. Even Stipe's holding the head, he's still landing shots to the body. He's still driving the shoulders into the chest. John Jones postures up now. He stands up. Now Stipe's going to roll. Not a good idea. 30 seconds left. Boy, you got the triangle right here, John. I don't know if John wants to finish this in the first. Like, he clearly has a triangle. And he goes a side mount. Now we're going to see something in round 2, I guarantee it. I just think John wants some time in the octagon. Now he's pounding away with the right. Stipe's covering up, and this is not a good look for Stipe. He's just taking it. And that'll do it here for round 1. Well, Stipe, that's what it's like to be in the octagon with the best fighter in the world. At least at this current time. Boy, and Stipe's breathing heavy in the corner. Not like rapidly, but when he takes a deep breath, you can hear the sigh when he breathes out. That's not good. John Jones got his work in. Now let's get the finish. Which is what I think was the plan the entire time. Oh, God. Ooh, wee. Right to the sternum. Boom. Takes him right down, too, after that. So lead leg kick to the sternum. Stipe kind of turns to his right. John Jones comes in and uses the leg sweep to take him down. Here we go, round 2. This is where John Jones should get the finish. Wishful thinking. Stipe starts with a left jab. John Jones just relaxed. You know Stipe has that one punch power. He's got to be careful. And I'll tell you what, even though we haven't seen Stipe in a long time, he doesn't look like to me like he's lost anything. He's just here and there with John Jones. But he still looks pretty fresh, man. Obviously a guy his caliber, you've been here before. John Jones takes a left on the way out. So he's used to this. Stipe is used to these fights. 6th title fight. Just crazy. Let's go, John. There it is. More of those kicks to the body for sure. John Jones just moving forward very slowly. And I can see why his stance with Alex Pineda's stance could be very interesting. Stipe starting to breathe hard. He's losing that power. Definitely losing the power. Round 1 played a role in that. Plus he's 42 years old. John Jones knows as his fight goes on, Stipe is going to wear down. And another sternum kick. Ooh, man. You can't take too many of those. John Jones 46 of 62 for 74%. Precision. Boy, John Jones is being patient. Patient. It's funny, the light heavyweight division toward the end, John Jones was on the ropes in some fights. It just didn't seem like he was going to get a finish. He's going to win a decision fight, find a way to win. Now as a heavyweight, I expect him to get the finish. After what he did to Cyril Gane. Ooh, a nice knee to the body. For Stipe, what are you thinking? I need one strike. John Jones is clearly winning. In fact, dominating. There it is. Big right. Forces back John Jones, and he just resettles like nothing happened. And there's no combinations by Stipe. It's just a right every now and then. There's no jab, right, anything like that. Just one big punch each time. And that allows John Jones to either take it, miss, and then John Jones just resets and goes back to work. So it's hard for Stipe to get anything going. Come on, John, you got to be aggressive, man. Shoot. There's a leg kick. Come on. Tired of all these decisions now. Let's do something. Yeah, John just slowly breaking him down. 57 to 17 in significant strikes. Here comes Stipe now. John Jones gets out of there. Head strikes 43 to 10. John Jones. Spinning back kick by John. On one end, you want to see a big finish by John Jones. On the other end, he's only had 2.5 rounds as a heavyweight. So in his mind, he probably wants to get some work, right? He wants to get used to fighting at this weight. So when he gets into a big fight where he may not get a finish and has to go to distance, he's prepared for it. And I'm not saying John Jones definitely could get the finish because I don't really know. But it does seem to me like Jon Jones just wants to get some work in. That's my opinion. Both guys getting instructions from the corner. Stipe's corner's kind of quiet. I mean, they're talking to him, trying to give him some help, but there's not much you can do. Jon Jones' corner just saying, "Hey, you're doing a heck of a job. Keep it up." But let's finish it now. Yeah, 2 good rounds. Get to work in the gym. Get to finish here. Boy, you see the replay on. He's landed at least 4 big-time body shots that have definitely caused problems for Stipe. One was a knee. The other 3 were straight leg kicks right below the sternum. Round 3's underway. Here we go. Let's go, Jon. All right, Jon's looking more aggressive already. Well, here comes Stipe now. Better get out of there, Jon. Jon smiles, turns, and runs away. Now he resets. Nice left by Jon. Let's go. Now it looks like he wants to use a jab more here. Starting to pick up the pace. Ooh, Stipe with a nice uppercut. Come on, Jon. When are you going to get mad, Jon? Another body shot. That's a lot of body shots. Stipe's getting tired. I mean, there's no question about it. Jon just got to turn it on at some point here. Lands a left followed by a right. And you let a guy like Stipe stay around. Ooh, a left and a right. Stipe's in trouble. Oh, you see the change in the face. Jon sees it, though. He comes in. He takes a left and a right, though, from Stipe. And now it gets into the body. I'd let Stipe go and keep swinging, but instead Jon just going to build up some control time against the fence here. And Stipe clearly didn't like the last combination. It's got to be tough when you're in there with Jon Jones and he's just picking you apart. I mean, just slowly breaking you down. He's up 74-26 in striking. He takes fighters and completely, whatever your average is, say you're landing 5 significant strikes per minute, he's bringing that all the way down to 2. And his numbers don't change. So you try to look at the numbers and say, well, I mean, Stipe might have a chance. They're kind of close into striking in terms of, how many they're landing per minute. But Jon Jones always takes his opponent's numbers and brings them way down. Halfway through this fight now, 2:30 left, round 3. So the fight was favored to finish under 2:30 this round. That didn't happen. Much like the Bo Nickal fight, everyone's believing Jon Jones is getting a finish here. Guy hasn't been in the octagon in 3 years. He hasn't won in 4. Like, come on. A nice left and right by Stipe. Jon Jones looking real comfortable now. Standing lefty. Miocic standing righty. And Jon just utilizing that right jab. Landing some big leg kicks at the body from time to time. He's up 18-3 there. 62-28 in head strikes. He lands a big left. And John Jones just wins the battle every time by landing first when they reset. He's just quicker. Nice elbow by Stipe. Okay. All right, Stipe. Another body shot by John Jones. Those things got to be piling up. Spinning back kick, and Stipe goes down. And John Jones pounds away now, the left and a right. And that's it. It's over. John Jones finishes Stipe at the end of round 3. And Stipe took, I told you, you can't take many of those body shots. And John Jones does a little dance. He did Trump's dance. Oh, shit. I didn't realize what he was doing. Look at him doing the Trump. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, he's doing that Trump dance that he does at the rallies. That was funny. And they gave Trump the thumbs up, and Trump gave it to him back. John Jones gets the finish here, man. He's 28-1, unbeaten in 20 fights. Which I don't understand that. I mean, he's never lost, right? I mean, I guess you got to count the disqualification, but I think they need to right that ship and make this guy 29-0. I mean, it's ridiculous. Boom. Oh, my goodness. Look at these combos. Spinning back kick to the rib. Oh, yeah. That was it. That was it. Stipe Miocic goes down, man. Unreal. And John Jones went right in for the big finish. He didn't give Stipe any time to recover. Wow. John Jones is a bad dude, man. Well, there it is. Heavyweight division. That's how it goes down. UFC 309. All right, so listen, that's a wrap, man. We'll be back tomorrow with the 309 reaction, breaking this thing down. I appreciate you guys tuning in. At least we finished the weekend with a KO in one of the 2 main events. And this only, going into the weekend, if Mike Tyson gets the KO, that overshadows everything. That didn't happen. At the end of the day, they go to a decision. John Jones gets the KO. So, you know, the UFC is king. At least in the MMA world. That's the way it goes. For now, it's your boy Chris Cross. Have a great day and God bless as always. Peace.